getting a little bit ahead of Colin, who, I mean, if anybody's seen him play golf, he's pretty darn good. And yeah, he got a terrible break on 17, hit a beautiful tee shot and hit it in a divot for the second time of the day, so I felt bad for him there. But I just kind of kept doing what I was doing and made really good swings coming in. But that putt on 16, it just gave me a little bit of breathing room. I didn't see what Sam had done until after I hit my second shot on 17. So it was wild. Keegan, he got to 11. It was kind of chaotic. So looking at it was actually more of a headache.
Well, you stayed pretty calm down the stretch. We'll go straight to questions, and we'll start with Todd over here on the left.
Thank you.
The California thing. We were talking to Joe out there, and he was saying that after the top 10 here, you haven't done that well. And then after the top 10 here, he called it that you would win here.
Yeah.
Kind of what was that progression for you to get more comfortable here at Torrey, because you're obviously comfortable with so much other parts of the development?
Yeah, Joe did say exactly that. I think that Sunday I had shot 5 under in the final round and kind of finally figured out how to play the South course. I've always played the North. Thank you. I've always played the North all right. But yeah, I think really what changed my golf game, I drive the ball really well now. That's a big advantage out here. You don't need to be in the short grass all the time, but you do need to be in it if you want to make birdies. The good news about this place is you're going to make so many pars and bogeys. You can get away with some loose ones, but in general, I started to get more comfortable on certain tees. My iron game has always kind of been my staple, I guess, of what I'm most proud of in my game, and it lends itself to that at this golf course. But yeah, getting comfy on South, knowing that I don't need to ball out on North to have a chance here. That, as Joe said yesterday, once we get to the weekend, or I guess Friday, the third round here, it really does become a who's who at the top, it seems like. You need to play very, very good golf 2 days in a row on a very hard golf course. So I thought that, just what Joe said, that final round, that T9, I think, gave me some confidence that, all right, I could play this golf course. I think I came in here, got a little psyched out just because of how difficult it could be. And I started to realize that you don't need to hit every fairway. You just need to, if I play my game, it actually does kind of suit me pretty well.
And what has changed mentally in the last 2 or 3 years about your belief in yourself, going from the social media guy to now one of the top players in the world? How has that transpired?
Yeah, well, everybody else calls me the social media guy. I still think I'm a pretty darn good golfer. Obviously, results help me kind of build that foundation. I do like to say dumb things and make dumb jokes and observe weird stuff and tweet about it like a kid, I guess. But when I work, when I practice, when I play tournaments, this is what I love. I love what today was. It was incredible. So I don't think anything's changed too much. The confidence is becoming more steady. I've been working with a sports psychologist, Julie, who has, the last 2 months have opened my eyes to a lot of things. Having a plan each day mentally. I didn't go into a single round this week thinking about a technical goal or a statistical goal. It was, I'm going to learn something today. I'm going to put in place what I've been working on. And today, that's what I did, and I did a great job of it. I told her last night, she asked if I wanted to talk. I said I'm all good because I thought our game plan yesterday was fantastic. I didn't play the greatest round of golf in the world, but I did everything that I wanted to do and put myself in a position to win a golf tournament.
Just, Jen, before you ask a question, I'm just going to pause just for a second, Max. We're having some technical difficulties. I just want to make sure we're under control. Are we capturing it? Oh, okay. Just 1 second, please be patient just for a second. Sorry, Max.
Oh, you're good. Can I just say anything right now? Yeah, I have both my in-laws and my parents here, and my sister.
Your dad have the 11 home?
Yes.
And your mom at SPSU?
Yes.
Did she go to SPSU?
My sister did.
Oh.
Okay, we're good to go again?
Yep.
Okay, thanks for your patience, and we'll go to Jim.
LA guy winning in San Diego. That hasn't happened a lot lately. Were you hearing anything from Padres fans while you were out there in the gallery?
Only for the 6 days I've been here. Yeah, I mean, it's all in good fun. They talk a very big game, which is just wild to me. So they have all the pressure in the world on them this year. They've spent all the money that we had been spending. So if they don't win, then they can hear the same stuff they chirp back at us as Dodger fans. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to win up and down the state of California and carry that LA logo both on my head and in my heart, me and Joe. So it's nice. I don't talk back to anybody in the crowd about the Dodgers-Padres thing, but Joe does. So I enjoy listening to him talk his trash back to them.
Okay, more serious golf question. The fact that you've had experience now in coming back on the final day from deficits, what is there about your attitude, your thought process, what have you, that enables you to do that enables you to just let that roll off you?
I think I do a good job when I'm behind of one shot at a time and knowing that it's a marathon. I've fortunately, been in the position and succeeded a couple times, both through when it was the web.com, now the Corn Ferry Tour. I think I was 7 behind. I won one in Chicago. And I just remembered that experience of just go play golf, see what happens. I'm going to need help. But it's hard to win golf tournaments. I think that's what doesn't that what kind of always helps me is, Sam is a phenomenal golfer. I'm sure he'll win a bunch out here, but he hadn't won yet. And it's hard to win. I know that. I've done it, fortunately. I think that's what, when the old guys say experience is key, that's what they're talking about. I was lucky John is probably just exhausted. So he's made so many birdies and won so many golf tournaments. There's just so much going on that you can't really get ahead of yourself, and I struggle with that at times. But when it's something like today or when you are behind chasing, it almost eases you into just one at a time and make everybody beat you and just play a good round of golf and see what happens. You can't force yourself to a 66 out here. You can't force yourself to 64. I'm sure Tony shooting 64 yesterday. John shot 66. I'm sure they would say the same thing. It was a round earlier, but it's just they just played good golf and the ball went in the hole. And you trust your game. Yesterday was a bigger day towards the end goal than today really was because I had it. I had my game. I played awesome. Swung it great. Just did not make anything and held it together and shot 1 under and gave myself a chance today to go play the same round of golf and let the ball go into the hole. So I think just that patience has been something I've leaned on when I'm behind and knowing just how darn hard it is to win out here. There's just a lot of great players and the golf courses are very hard and these final rounds are marathons. They seem to take forever.
Adam, one more.
Max, seriously here, does anything feel different about winning now that you have a child?
A little bit. I've joked about it all afternoon, but I want to win when he remembers it. However, when you have a kid as a professional athlete, you hear so many times the noise, you're not gonna have the same time, this, that, or whatever. But I've been so fortunate that my wife just seems to handle everything so easily. She had a horrendous birth. It did not go well. It was the scariest, it's hard to say because it was an amazing day. I get a new son, Cam, but it was the worst day ever at the same time because I thought, whatever. So she just made everything so easy and I still go practice, but I just think I just manage my time a bit better. So I guess to your question, it's a little different because I feel like I've almost worked harder for this because I want to spend as much time as I possibly can helping her and being with Cam and doing all the cool things, catching some smiles here and there and getting screamed at. But I also want to be the best golfer on the planet, and she knows that, and she just does an amazing job letting me do both, and especially when she's here on the road and when I'm home. I work hard at 2 things now, so it feels a little bit more difficult, but it's a million times more rewarding. To see them behind the 18th green, knowing I was probably about to win a golf tournament was cool. Like I said, he has no idea what I did, but I will tell him this story ad nauseum, and he will probably think I'm the worst for it, but this will be my corny dad story that I tell every Thanksgiving or something.
We'll go to Bryce and then back to Kevin over here.
Max, congratulations. Okay,
Caught a little bit of a post-round interview on TV, and you made a reference to something about diapers. When you being in the moment, have you changed the diaper between walking out the course and now in some little moment, or is that a predictive thing about for later?
It will happen. The sun will come up tomorrow, and my son will need a diaper change many times before that. So I will be changing diapers. I will enjoy every second of it, as I always do. It's going to feel even better than normal. If he screams at me, I will just be smiling ear to ear. Yeah, these tournaments are hard, man. But it puts you in the best mood ever when you come out on top. So he can poop away, and I'll just be here for him.
Kevin?
Compared to other players at your level now, 6 wins, you have a unique path of having lost your card twice and earned your card back in the World Tour both of those times. Are there any ways you feel like that has kind of given you a unique either tip or advantage or perspective as you kind of compete at this level and start backing up and win?
Yeah, I think I have a great perspective towards my love for this game. I've seen kind of all of it. I remind myself most days too when I'm getting nervous coming down the stretch or things are getting wobbly. Like today, 12 through 13, 14, 15. And I just kind of always remind myself, you've seen the darkness of this game. Enjoy this. Enjoy the beauty of it. People chanting my name, things I could never have imagined. So I do think so. I think that it's calming. I've always had a bit of a chip on my shoulder. Grew up a huge Kobe fan. He just seemed to play basketball like that. And I've always loved trying to play golf like that and work at it like that. So when I get in these moments, I feel like all of it combined eases me a bit. I remember when I won my first golf tournament on the PGA Tour, the Wells Fargo in 19. I was going to play golf with Rory McIlroy on Saturday, and I just told myself, he's never seen what I've seen. He does not know the same kind of pressure I know, I guess. I could be making this up, but either way, it helped me beat him. So. But yeah, so little things like that. I think, everybody out here has got their own chip. Everyone out here has got their own story. Everyone out here has their own struggles. They look a little bit different. So we all handle it how we handle it. But yeah, I can only tell you what's going on in my head, and that's how I've kind of tried to use it.
I've asked you this before as well, but those 4 straight birdies, those in Portland, do those still live on? Are they still something that comes up from time to time in your head?
It's funny, I think about it less and less, but I should probably think about it more and more. But yeah, that's kind of what I mean about pressure. Like, I was sitting there on the 15th hole, and I didn't know I needed to, but I figured I needed to birdie the last 4 just to have a chance at going to the playoffs. I believe I would be out here anyways. I believe I'd have 6 wins anyways. I believe that I would have figured it out, but I'm glad I made those 4 birdies. I'll say that.
And it was 5 years ago this week. It was a silly thing for Groundhog Day, but it was a fun clip because we asked you if there was a day you'd like to relive over and over, and you thought about the Walker Cup instead of the Walker Cup, but then you also made the point to mention you want to have more of those memories. You want to create more days you'd like to live over and over. What's your reaction? That was coming off your kind of worst year on the PGA Tour. What's your reaction to that mentality that you had?
Oh man, that's a great question. I guess I feel very thankful that I'm not really sure which day. I've had a lot of great days, both on the golf course and off. So I'm glad to say I do not know how I would answer that question today.
And in terms, what do you think it is that kind of allowed you to, at that point, have that response in terms of not wanting to really dwell on a day too much in the past, but make sure that it would be a day in the future, kind of that mentality you had?
Yeah. I guess everyone, you're just hopeful. I hope that I haven't seen my best day yet, my favorite day yet. I'm sure there will be many other great days. Today feels like the best day ever. I'm hoping that tomorrow feels better. I'll say that maybe I'll be looking forward to the first time my son thinks he's going to beat me and I drop a putt on 18 to beat him and show him what's up. That'll probably be a day I'm looking forward to. But I guess it's just hope. I think all of us kind of have that. You just hope for the best and stay the course.
Have you always had that? Just that natural hope?
I think all of us kind of do. There's some grumpy people, but if you're playing golf, you better be an eternal optimist.
We'll do a couple more, one in the back, and then we'll come back to that.
Hey Max, I know you're a big Kobe fan, so when you make that putt on 16 for the birdie, is there a little Kobe in you that says, let's go get it? Does anything change mentally for you, or do you stay even keel at that moment?
I actually thought about him a little bit throughout the day. This is, the golf tournament where, we found out he had passed away tragically. So this place has I have a weird feeling towards it. I love it, and it has like a weird sadness to it. So I think about Kobe Bryant a lot. I think a lot of athletes do. But yeah, little moments. It's not the putt on 16 really. It was the putt on 13, the second one, and the second one on 15. That just tenacity that everyone around you might be oohing and ahhing, and what's about to happen, and you kind of just stand up there and say, I'm going to show you what guts are right now, and I'm going to show you that I trust what I've been doing. What I've learned from Kobe Bryant's teachings and watching him work at his craft back in the day is he puts in all these hours behind the scenes so that when he's on camera doing his thing, he can just let it happen. So I try to take that with me, and I try to embrace the craziness and the pressure and all of that, because that's what I saw him do, and I was enamored by that.
Max, with all the success you've had here in California, how much have you circled the U.S. Open and LA this year?
A lot less than other people have for me. I've circled the Masters as the next major. But yeah, it'll be great. I have great memories there. I won the Pac-12s there. But I think I'm going to let a lot of people decide that that's going to be a big opportunity for me. I'd like to just keep playing great golf, and I would hope that all of them could be a good opportunity for me. But it will be fun, just like today was, to play in front of my friends and family. I'll hear more Dodgers chants up there than Padres, so that will be a nice change from this week. But yeah, it's so hard to look ahead. Right now, if you told me we could go start the U.S. Open tomorrow at LA, I'd feel really, really good. But you never know what swing stuff you're going to be going through. I'd like to say I'm going to feel just like I do right now, but I'm just going to keep working at it, and when I get there, I'll be able to kind of look around and appreciate that I have great history there.
What was the hole that you made birdie and your son was there?
The first one was it yesterday? Yesterday I birdied 18, and Joe said, about time you birdied one for Cam. I'm sure I think I birdied 6 a couple days ago, but it didn't feel like it counted to Joe, so we'll let 18 yesterday be the one that counts.
Max, just before we let you go, you wore the earpiece yesterday for one hole during the CBS broadcast. Sounds like it was successful. Everybody seemed to have a good time, you included. Do you think, or have you had any feedback from other players, do you think now that you've gone on and won the tournament that it will encourage others to perhaps experiment with that, try it?
Hopefully. I've been working on this with Pazzer and CBS and everybody for like 2 months. I'm very excited about the idea. I'm sure we could tweak things for how other people want to do it, how other players want to do it. If they don't want to do it, I'll keep doing it. It didn't bother me. I thought it was great for the fans. I'm looking to push that envelope for the fans, not just myself, but just the tour seems to be CBS, NBC, all these broadcasting streams seem to be wanting to add something to the viewing experience. But it was great. It was cool to win after doing it. You always hear people say, "Oh, Tiger would never do this. Rahm would never do this. All they care about is winning." And I get that, but you can do both. That was definitely nice to win doing that yesterday. It was 20 minutes. It was not invasive. I even thought if you don't want to do the interview with the people in the booth, they could just be in your ear or in your caddy's ear so they could hear us really clearly. So there's definitely little things we could do here and there. I'm hoping other players will want to do it. I haven't heard yet. We were, coming off the 3rd round into the 4th. We don't really talk about too much of that stuff yet, but hopefully other players want to do it. I'm sure there's some interest in it, whether I won or didn't. So hopefully we can kind of keep pushing that or tweak it and just anything to help golf kind of gain some attraction to all the viewers, hopefully a little bit younger than our typical audience. I think that's what the goal is.
Well, we appreciate your time. Congratulations on a successful week and winning the title at the end of it.
Thank you guys very much. Have a great night.